to my channel. Today I'm filming my very last haul of the week, and that is, okay, wait for it, my Ulta haul. Not only is it my very first Ulta haul I have ever done, because it was the very first time in my life that I've ever been to Ulta, it is my final haul of the week, the final haul from my trip to Canada, and at the end of this video I have a very exciting announcement, but you're just gonna have to hang on for that, and I'm a little bit worried about announcing it, so fingers crossed it all goes smoothly. But today I'm doing my Ulta haul. As you can see, I had 2 big bags full of stuff from Ulta. It was my very first time ever going there, and you could just say that I pretty much crossed the border from Canada to the US just to go to Ulta. I mean, I did a lot more shopping, as you will have seen, as well, but I really wanted to go to Ulta, and I picked up so many bits. It's been about a month since I've been back, and I honestly can't remember what I picked up. I know I went a little bit crazy at the Morphe stand because I just wasn't expecting it to be there, but let's just dig in as we have with every other haul video, and let's see what I bought. Okay, I'm gonna take it all out and just put it on this radiator next to me so I'm not rustling around in my bags. Okay, it's all coming back to me now because I've laid it all out on this radiator next to me. I'm going to do it in the order that I walked into the shop, because if you follow me on Instagram, I think I've linked it up on screen here, you may have seen my Insta story that day, and I really wanted to go to the Tarte counter. One thing that I've been dying to try is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. As you may know, Tarte's not really available in the UK, like it is on QVC, but I don't like shopping on QVC, particularly not for base products, and I always get my shade wrong, so I prefer to go somewhere in person and just test it out. Now, I have to say one thing. Ulta, in comparison to Sephora that I've been to like a million times, yes, they're very similar because they're makeup shops. Ulta's a lot more drugstore, even though they sell like Tarte and Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a bit of a weird shop. They sell drugstore and high-end, whereas Sephora is just high-end, I think. But I have to say, the staff in Ulta are pretty clueless. You have to really know what you want, and you have to be able to match yourself up, have all the information to hand. They don't know anything. And I wasn't really going to touch upon that in this video, but then when I said that on Instagram stories, I've got loads of followers that live in the US, and they were all like, oh my god, yes, like Ulta is awful. So it wasn't just a store I went to, apparently it's just a thing. So luckily, obviously I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to makeup. I do like to get shade matched, just get a second opinion when I am makeup shopping, just because it's nice to see what other people think as well. But I don't always trust myself. I didn't have very long to shop, so I kind of self shade matched to the shade Tan Deep Sand. I'm really hoping it's right. I never quite know. What I tend to do is, because if you have followed me for a while, you'll know there's a whole story about my concealer problems, but there's only one concealer that is the perfect shade match for me, and that's the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel. Luckily, I think they sold that there too, so I swatched it on my hand, and I was swatching all the other brands next to it just to see what came up the closest, and this was the one in the Tarte Shape Tape. So that is what I bought. I only picked one up. I wasn't going to like stockpile it in case it was the wrong one, so I was very happy with that, and I cannot wait to use it. I also really wanted to try the new Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is an odd one actually, because it is massive. It's so big for a concealer. It's almost like a mini travel size foundation, but this is what it looks like. If you watch my Sephora haul, I think I picked up the original Born This Way concealer. Again, that is another concealer that does actually work for me, but it's annoying that they have different shade names, so again I had to match myself up to this one, so I'm really hoping it's the right one. In fact, I think I used the Born This Way concealer to match myself up to this, and it looks kind of the same, so I hope it's good. I've seen a lot of reviews about this, and I couldn't at the time remember if they were good or bad. I've just seen it everywhere, so I'm really hoping it works for me, and I love the fact that it's massive. Like, when do you ever get a concealer that's like actually worth the money? Like, this feels like it really is because it is so big. It's 15ml. So from Tarte, I also picked up a foundation. I absolutely adore their Rainforest of the Sea foundation. I've always said it is such an underrated foundation. It's just the perfect, I'm actually wearing it today. Anyway, I wanted to try the Shape Tape foundation, but they have two. They have the regular one and they have the hydrating one. When I swatched them both, the regular one felt like it was really full coverage, and I'm not always a fan of that. I actually prefer a light to medium coverage foundation, and I really like water-based ones. I'm not sure if this one actually is, I can't remember. Yes, this is water-based. This is the Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. Again, I have a really bad feeling this isn't going to match me, because I've tried like their Amazonian clay foundation and I'm pretty sure I bought that in the shade medium tan honey as well. That's what I got this one in, and it was a little bit too pale for me, but it was the closest I could get. And it's just one thing that really annoys me about brands is, why can't they have the same shades from the Rainforest of the Sea to this range to the Amazonian clay? Like, why does it all have to be different? It makes it so much harder for the consumer, and that really annoys me. So I'm not sure if this is going to match me, but can we all please just cross our fingers and hope that it does. While I was at the Tarte stand, I picked up a palette. Again, I feel like Tarte is very similar to ABH in that I just own like all of their palettes, and I was looking at their stand and I was like, got it, got it, got it, got it, like to all of their palettes, even their travel size minis, which I must admit aren't really the best, but I love the size of them, and I love like the shade sort of selection, which just makes it so much easier for me, because you guys know that I'm always living out of my travel makeup bag. But oh, I can rip this box open. Okay, that's fine. So I saw this palette and I was like, oh, I don't have this palette. So of course I had to buy it. This is their Clay Play Volume 2 Eye and Cheek palette. I don't have volume 1 either, but I didn't see that. Interesting. I thought this would be the perfect palette to travel with. Oh God, what am I doing? It's been a while, can you tell? So it has eyeshadows up there. It has a bronzer, a blush and a highlight. I just thought, do you know what, it's really nice if I want to travel. I've kind of got like 4 products in one here, which is great. So fingers crossed I like the blush, highlight and contour in that one. I don't remember buying this, but again, it's a Tarte palette that I don't have. I just feel like every time I see Tarte or ABH, I just need to like buy the palettes, because they're a bit of a collector's item, you know. But this is their Tarte Double Duty Beauty. Double Duty Beauty. That would sound so much better in an American accent, wouldn't it? Double Duty. Okay, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. Man-eater. Why do I laugh at my own jokes? I'm such a loser. Okay, man-eater palette. I love the packaging of this. This is so fierce. I love it. But this is what the palette looks like. Oh, is it smashed? No, okay. Again, can you tell? I just love to play it safe with neutrals. But I mean, if you're traveling, I was like, this is again perfect for travel because it has a full-size mirror, but it's just everything you'd want. Like, you could have like a super pale color to make it look like you're not wearing eyeshadow throughout the day, a tiny bit of shimmer, you can make it a little bit bolder, add a little bit of color because it's a bit berry toned, or just create a really nice smoky eye for the evening. And it's just so versatile. So I don't think I will ever get bored of buying neutral palettes, because at least I use them. Anyway, then I went over to the drugstore bit, but you guys know me, I don't really like buy or wear drugstore makeup. I'm always disappointed like 90% of the time. I just think, what's the point? Like, I know that makes me sound like a snob or whatever. I'm not, but I just don't. A lot of the time I might see bits from brands that I just don't want to support, because I'm like, you don't like cater for me in terms of your base products, so why am I going to buy your mascaras or your lipsticks or whatever? So I just stay away. However, I really like the Maybelline eraser eye concealers. Yes, they don't cater for me because in the UK we have, I think we have more than 2 or 3 shades now, but we still don't have enough. When I went to Ulta, they had like 8 different shades and I was like, what the hell is this? Why do we only have like a third of this? And do you know what, this is going to sound really bad, but I actually picked up 2 in New York last year, and I found them the other day and I haven't even used them, and I'm hoping they're not the same shades. I have no idea if these will like work for me, but they're darker tones. One is golden and one is caramel. I feel like a mix of the two might work to like sort of create my perfect concealer look. I could use them as highlighter, but I actually quite like the paler tones that we get in the UK, which I use to highlight my face anyway. So these were on some sort of buy one get one half price deal from what I remember, so I picked 2 of these up. But that is kind of it as far as drugstore goes. I feel like Morphe's drugstore though. Let's move on to Morphe, because that is the only other brand that I picked up. But anyway, went to Morphe, picked up some brushes because I only have one Morphe brush. I actually have this one, the M501, which I bought years ago. Some famous YouTuber or somebody must have said they love it for highlighting, so I bought it years ago, and I actually really like it as a highlight brush. I just had one for a very long time, and these aren't exactly expensive. I think they're really good quality, but it's like a really big like blending brush, and I find it perfect for just, have I even got highlighter on today? Maybe, my makeup's been on for hours, but I find it perfect for sort of working around the curve from underneath your like brow bone down to your cheekbone. So I picked up one of these, that's the M501 brush. These both look very similar, but they're two eyeshadow blending brushes. I'm just one of these old school people that still raves about my MAC 217 that I've had for about 18 years. Okay, not 18 years, like about 12 years. I just love that brush, and I figured it was time for a bit of a change. So I picked up two blending brushes from Morphe. One is the M573 and one is the M513. They actually look very similar. One's slightly more tapered than the other, but aside from that, I guess the tapered one is like the MAC 217 and the non-tapered one is like the MAC, ooh, now you're retesting me, 204. The black one, I don't know. But yeah, two blending brushes. I also picked up this teeny tiny little brush. It was really good in Ulta actually, because they actually said like what all the brushes were for on their stand, but now that I'm home I don't obviously remember that, so that's not very helpful, is it, Morphe? This is the M507. This is a teeny tiny tapered brush. I thought this might be quite good for like inner corner detailing, under the lower lash line, possibly under the brow bone. You can never have too many tiny brushes. And last but not least, I picked this one up, the M562 brush. I have no idea what this is for. Can you, I don't even know if you can see it, but it's like a very non-tapered tiny blending brush. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I think Morphe brushes are pretty good based on my one brush that I've had for quite a few years now and love. But that one is still going strong, and I'm very surprised because it was really cheap. I didn't want to get too carried away with eyeshadow palettes, but I bought an eyeshadow palette. That makes zero sense, doesn't it? This is their 9B Bronzed Babe. It would have been so easy for me to literally just go into that like shop, go to the Morphe stand and get one of everything, because you know sometimes when you're makeup shopping, you're faced with everything. It's all affordable and you're so overwhelmed, you're like, what do I do? I literally had to walk away, because unlike Sephora, nobody in Ulta asks if you want help. So it's kind of a good thing, because us Brits don't like that whole, can I help you, can I help you every 5 minutes? Whereas I think Americans actually like that, because they tend to do it in every single shop, and that kind of annoys me a little bit. I know they're just being helpful, but I just feel like, are you working on a commission? Like, don't pressurize me. But in Ulta, they don't do that because they don't know anything. So bad, isn't it? It's true. So yeah, I kind of walked away from the stand and then I had to go back to it because I was like, whoa, there's so many palettes. But I went with this one. I know you're gonna think this is another neutrals palette, and obviously it is a neutrals palette, but it's different. Like, it's got a lot more warmer tones, it's got a lot more coppery, shimmery tones. It's kind of got, oh god, I keep dropping the stupid plastic things. I feel like I'll get quite a lot of use out of this, and I only picked up the one Morphe palette at first. Oh god, okay. At first I only picked up this one because, you know, I feel like they can be quite hit and miss. I do have a Morphe palette and I use it every Halloween because it's got like really bright colours in it, and not all of their shadows are great. So I thought I'd pick up a little 9-pan one. And do you know what? I was gonna leave my haul there. I was walking towards the tills, I walked past the Morphe stand, and right at the end of the stand, I spotted the Jaclyn Hill collection. I mean, a lot of it was sold out, and I feel like it's sold out everywhere in the UK. So I keep seeing people like talking about it and waiting for it to come back in stock, and half of it was sold out, and these are the only two palettes I could get, I think. This one is called Dark Magic. There was a third one that I really wanted, but that one was out of stock. And I even looked in Sephora, but they didn't have the Jaclyn Hill collection. This is what it looks like, the packaging. Oh, do you know what? This is amazing. I wish I hadn't bought that bronze, like that 9B palette now, because this is just way more exciting. Like, I love those deep greens, and I'm especially obsessed with that forest green sort of colour, especially with like blush pink. Imagine I'm wearing this like a bold green eye. Oh, I just love it. It's a very exciting palette because it's got some really unusual shades, and I, like, for example, I was looking for a khaki shade for one of my Halloween looks, and I have approximately 7 million palettes and couldn't find my perfect khaki shade. There's one in here, and even these like bronzy, these two shimmery ones, they're really unique. I don't feel like I have them anywhere in a palette, so I'm actually really happy with this palette. And last but not least, my last Jaclyn Hill palette that I picked up. It's called Ring the Alarm. Oh, now this, at the risk of sounding dodgy, this palette really, really excites me. It kind of really like inspires me to create like a Nikki tutorial slash like beauty YouTubers that just do makeup tutorials. They do phenomenal makeup with like cut creases and glitter and like 85 different shades just on their lid. Like, this is the sort of palette that inspires me to try something like that. I love these shades. I love that there's no black. I love that it kind of pushes you out your comfort zone. And technically I could wear every single colour in this palette because like they're all warm toned. The gold may not suit me because gold, I don't know, I just don't think it really suits me. But yeah, I love this palette. So if you can get your hands on this one, I mean, I'll test it out obviously and let you know if it's good quality, but this is so exciting. Sorry to go on about this palette, but this is kind of what I wanted the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette to be, if that makes sense. Because I opened it up and I was like, oh my god, this is great, but it didn't blow me away. They kind of played it a bit safe, whereas this, it's not that safe. This is it's a very Jaclyn Hill palette, isn't it, if we're honest? But you know, they don't really play it safe because like you wouldn't really get a shade like this in most palettes. And Bomb Ass shade, which is Bomb Ass, I love this. So yeah, that is my Ulta haul. Quite a lot of stuff here. I think I bought more in Ulta than I did in Sephora. So anyway, that's the end of my haul. But now I have a very exciting announcement. I don't know if this video is going up on Friday or Saturday. I think it's going up on Saturday. If it is, then on Sunday the 2nd of December, I was so scared to like announce this. I don't know why. I've been thinking about this. I've spent like a month planning this and thinking about this like all in my head, and now it's like actually happening. It's actually here. We are officially in December. I have decided to do Vlogmas this year. That is my announcement. I have thought about doing Vlogmas every single year since I started YouTube, and to be honest, the thought of it just terrifies me. I've put up a couple of polls on Instagram and people are like, oh my god girl, are you crazy? Like, Vlogmas is intense. Yes, it is intense. Yes, December is a busy month for everyone. You can't watch videos every single day. I mean, I do, but you know, some people can't. Yes, I'm not like a big famous YouTuber where I'm going to fancy events or I actually have an interesting life, because I genuinely don't think I do. But I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I really want to hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I just feel like my channel has just sort of plateaued, and this year it hasn't really grown that much, this year and last year, and I'm desperate to hit that 5k. I really want to do Vlogmas. I just figured that, do you know what, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If I fail, so what? Like, at least I tried it. Yes, I may not upload a video every single day. I'm not promising that. I'm committing myself to 3 videos a week, just because from the moment that I decided to do Vlogmas up until now, a lot in my life has changed. I'm not going to go into it in this video because this is like a haul video, but maybe in tomorrow's video, one after. A lot has changed and I've had to cancel like quite a lot of my plans for December, so I decided to do Vlogmas, plan loads of fun things. Stuff changed, I've had to cancel loads of fun things. So I'm not promising a video every single day. I'm going to try and do it, but I'm promising 3 videos a week. So I really hope you stick around for the journey. Like, wish me luck, please. Send me like all the good vibes that you can. I'm just really scared because I feel like, yes, I vlog all the time. Yes, I'm on Instagram stories every day with like no makeup on, ranting about something. And yes, I'm on Snapchat like drunk. And yes, you see me like just me in my vlogs. And yes, you see my sit down videos. But it's not every single day. It's not like every day of my life. You see me on my good days, or when I can be bothered to pick up a camera, and like when I can actually just be asked, and not just every day, you know? So yeah, it's terrifying, but I'm gonna do it. Please wish me luck. Please send me all the good vibes possible in the comments, and please hit that subscribe button. Watch my videos when they go up. Leave me comments and thumbs up and like motivation to keep going, and I will love you forever for that. But anyway, that is my announcement. This is the end of the video. Why did I feel the need to say that? Anyway, that is my announcement, but I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, then please give it a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button because it would mean the world to me, and hit the notification bell because it just means that you'll be notified every single time a new video goes live on my channel, especially now with Vlogmas coming up, because you never know what time I'll be uploading. Even I don't know that yet. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.